This PowerPoint is an example of a quiz review. The quizzes given in my course were multiple choice, but I felt that challenging the students to come up with the correct term on their own during review was an effective way to prepare them, so that's what I've done here. A question is posed to the class, both on the slide and verbally, as I read it out loud to the class. I then ask students to raise their hand and give the correct answer. If they give an incorrect answer, I tell them how close or not they were to the answer, and then I give a little more information to guide them to the correct answer. Notice my consistent use of humor throughout this review, through memes and pictures and jokes that I include. I have found through experience that humor lightens the atmosphere in a classroom and makes it a comfortable place for students to test their knowledge without feeling judged. The next slide poses a new question. Students are given time to think, and then eventually we get the correct answer. Now, I don't give the answer right away. Learning occurs when students have that uncomfortable feeling of not knowing the answer. And as their brain is searching for it, it's learning. So I try and give an ample amount of time for students to feel uncomfortable, because it's necessary. There are other methods of presenting this review. For example, sometimes I have the students work together in pairs or groups to try and get the right answer. And doing that promotes a sharing of knowledge to collectively work towards achieving a goal, which in this case is giving the correct answer. Now, in addition to multiple choice questions on each quiz during the semester, there is one listening identification question. The students are given an audio sample that's played during the quiz and asked to choose the best answer from the options A through D that matches the composer name and the title of the piece. So to practice for that, instead of just testing them on IDing one selection, I found it more effective to compare 4 selections of a similar texture, timbre, and instrumentation. For this exercise, the students break up into 3 or 4 groups and quietly converse together while the music plays to try and decide on the best answer. When all 4 selections have been played, the students offer their answers in order from left to right. Then, I compare the correct answers with the group answers using a whiteboard list. And I discuss the reasoning behind why certain wrong answers were given, why they're the best choices even though they were wrong, and how they're similar or different from the other selections. And I found that this is the most effective way to prepare students for listening identification. Additionally, this PowerPoint is then added following the review session onto the online platform. In this case is D2L, Desire to Learn. So the students can go back into the course site, review the information on their own as much as needed before the quiz, so that there's a successful outcome.